So that is called connecting the entire things in a single network system. So for what is the advantage? We can control every home things with the use of a single devices. It may be a mobile device or any kind of remote devices. So that is called IoT. So very soon these things may come to the classroom practice. Also even yeah exactly the Alexa. Even in the case of the Alexa is for the Amazon product. In the case of the iOS, suppose we are using the iOS, you may get the term system Siri. Siri is another product of the same looking AI. So because each platform they're promoting the different kind of artificial intelligence. In the case of the Cartona, exactly the Cartona is another one. If you are using the Android mobile phone, automatically the Google Assistant becomes Google Assistant. But the Google Assistant Cartona is exactly it's called AI, artificial intelligence, because IoT is an umbrella term. IoT is the umbrella term. In the umbrella term, this kind of artificial intelligence, this kind of VR, and that things may come in here. Okay, but the umbrella terms we may use this in IoT. Yes, just I'm moving to the other term. What's the TC? What is TC? Any idea? What is the TC? What is TC? So I'm moving to the next one. What is TC? What is TC? So not an issue, teleconferencing. So we already talking about virtual learning. There also I'm highlighting this, the teleconferencing, right? In the teleconferencing, I hope we already using the WhatsApp call or all the tools based on the audio chatting we will use it. So teleconferencing, definitely all the conferencing, audio, video, everything is making with teleconferencing one. So the next is particularly for the AC, telecommunication, exactly telecommunication. AC represent audio conferencing tool that we already discussed. Some of the tools, particularly there is a tool previously we are using, but now we are not thinking about the tool. Do you have any idea that previously whenever we are hearing about the video conferencing, immediately we may tell the tool only. Any idea what is the tool we may focusing? So 5 years before, when the people are talking about the video conferencing, immediately we may recollect the tools. But now we are not using that tool. Yes, exactly. The customer is correct. Skype. The Skype is a tool we are using previously. Whenever the people are talking about video conference, they may come to the Skype only. But now no one can use the Skype. We are moving to the different platforms. But the Skype is a very what is a very user-friendly platform previously. But now no one can use that platform. Now all are moving to the Google Meet or Zoom or WebEx only. So I don't know why that changes in which it may happen. Even the Skype is for what is that very much good in the case of the audio conferencing. Then WC, that is called, any idea about the WC as well as the MC? What is WC? What is WC? Any idea? And SM. So any idea about the WC as well as the SM? That can, yes. Any other predictions? Any other predictions? Word count. That is a tool. Okay. Word count. Okay, right. So good prediction. So I'm talking about the technology based terms. Okay, technology based terms. At least Emma, what is the SM? Yeah, exactly. I'm talking about web conferencing. That's correct. So there is a small difference between the audio conferencing and web conferencing. Right. So anyone can brief it. What does it mean by web conferencing? Because I'm using the audio conferencing, teleconferencing. Why I'm using the web conferencing also? Any difference on that? Any difference on that? What is the web conference? So now I'm trying to the Google Meet. No, yeah, exactly. It's a browser based because most of now those are connecting with the Google Meet to the laptop. You are using the browser only. You are not using the mobile applications. Only those are connecting with the mobile phone. You are using the mobile phone apps. But I am connecting the two devices. But I'm using is a web browser because some of the tools it may helping to lead some kind of web conferencing. Particularly this even the webpacks having the web conferencing mode. Now the most of the tools they're moving to the both a browser based as well the app based also. That's why I'm using the web conferencing tool also. What is SM? The finally I'm come to the SM. What is SM? What is SM? What is SM? It's very simple social media. So now we are much using the social media for our classroom That is particularly, we all of us having some kind of WhatsApp group or in a Telegram group for share the material, for informing the classrooms, timing, everything we are different on the social media platform. Particularly standard connector. Oh, it's another answer is coming. Thank you. Because I don't know what is standard connector, so sometimes it may be somewhat related to technology. So I don't know exactly. But in the case of social media, a lot of what is that usage we have, but we are using the social media only for the entertainment aspect. So even there is a answer from service mark or okay, it's a different answer may come in the case of SMS. Yes, sir. And now the SMS, so the similar manner, I'm asking the question. Previously, SMS should be different meaning. Now the SMS should be different meaning now. Previously, the SMS represents social media, sorry, short message service. Right? Now the SM represents sanitizer mask and so like the social distancing. So like this, the same, the SM having the different abbreviations. So Magindra sir, he put the warning to me because he shared us here a link. So very soon I will finish it. Don't worry. Yes, thank you all. Now I'm moving to the user friendly because whenever you're using any tool, kindly check the user friendliness. That is also main context of the pedagogical shift. Pedagogical shift, no. Even we could not use, for example, I am good in expert in the technology. Therefore, I cannot take all the tools which I'm familiar. We must know the students' level, whether they are able to cope up with this tool, whether they are able to access that particular tool. So these are things we have to look, find it, and then we can use the appropriate tool for the content delivery. Therefore, as a teacher or as a student, we should find this some kind of user-friendly tool. The user-friendly tools means few button. So this is the way I'm going to split the which is the user-friendly tool. Few button, but more features. See the case. If you are asking that which the tools more easy for you, whether the Google Classroom or a Moodle, there is a two questions. Which is a more user-friendly tool, whether the Moodle or a Google Classroom? Can you type in the chat box? Because the Google Classroom, you have more maximum 4 headings only, but in the Moodle, you can find more than 100 features. So the people, even for the technically sound people also, they may confused with how to use the Moodle. So therefore, most of the people, they feel comfortable with the Google Classroom because of the few buttons, but more features are available. So otherwise, it make confusion for us. Then free without advertisement. So even there is a tool Genomia, it's equal to the model. But why they not people are moving to the Google Classroom to the Genomia? Because Genomia having the plenty of problem with advertisement. That is why the people are still they continue with the Google Classrooms. And attractiveness, the tool should be somewhat attractive. It may give some attention to the students. Easy to use and connect. Even the low bandwidth also it may connect with the people. Then space for interaction. So this is the way we can find the user friendly tool. Just I listed this some of the user-friendly tools. It may working with the low bandwidth also, like the open board, it's a open source software, like a whiteboard, AutoDraw, Classroom Screen, ClassFlow, Flipgrid, Edmodo, Google Classroom, Google Meet, Kahoot, Users, and Pilots. So these are the tools, somewhat user-friendly tool. Um, Even the friendliness, user-friendliness based on the people only, is based on the people. Some people you have to feel that the user-friendly tool is a Google Meet. Some people they may tell that my user-friendly tool is a Zoom. Some people may tell this for them is a WebEx. So based on the expertise, because if you are using the same tool more than 1 year, automatically you make that tool is more comfortable for you. It's like a comfortable investment. The comfortableness is based on the way of expose, the way of using that particular tool only. So it may vary from each individual, but I'm listed here based on the some of the background features which I listed here. So based on this, I can list some of the tools which is related to the user friendly. Just I'm coming to the tools which is related to the virtual meeting conferencing. This is you already familiar. This is for the live streaming. Suppose you like to go with the live streaming, you can go with the Facebook Live, YouTube Live. If you like to go with the digital content tools, you can go with the OBS Studio, Airpowersoft, FreeCam, at Unitext, Screencast-O-Matic, Screencast-O-File, Initial. This for the creating a content. If you want to create if you go with some kind of asynchronous mode classroom practice, you can go with any kind of LMS tools like Moodle Club, Genomia, Google Classroom, Edmodo, or a Blackboard. Then, if you like to go with some kind of discussion forum, like the polling section, you can go with this kind of interactive facility tool. Meeting Pulse, WebEx, Slido, Woodclap, Mentimeter, Poly Veriver, Pigeonhole, Conference, and After Slides. And if you like to go with the interactive whiteboard, I'm already highlighting a lot of tools, but currently I'm giving some other tools, Jamboard, Stamboard, My Role, Liveboard, these are tools may help you. And if you conduct any kind of assessment practice, you can go with the Quizzes, Kahoot, Nearport, Quizalize, Socrative, Flickers, and just most etc. So just I'm going to conclude. In the technological world, because now unknowingly or unknowingly we are much different from the technology. Therefore, we should aware of it, how to uh, control the screen timing also. So finally, I can conclude with small tips. In the mobile phone, all the people having the there is a suppose we are using the Android mobile phone. We have one features that is called digital well-being. Digital well-being. So today, if you possibly can kindly explore the features, because we can easy to monitor how much time we are spending the time with the online tools. Even there is some kind of spaces we have to take. For example, the Facebook, I want to use the Facebook per day 20 minutes. You can fix it. Automatically after 20 minutes, your screen may be blocked. So like this, you can reduce your screening time. Reduce your screen time. You can go with any kind of online classes like the Google Meet as well as the Google Classroom not twice. But the entertainment aspect, you have to reduce it. So there is a tool I hope you are seeing for all the mobile phone. Those are using the Android mobile phone. You can find out the settings itself. There is a Google well-being. So it's an open source software. If you click here, the digital well-being, you can see how much time you are spending with the tools, the Teachmin, Twitter, Facebook, unlocks, how many times you unlock. Suppose you like to control your, see, there is a parental control. I'm watching my children. I have the two children. I'm having the control with my two children. So I'm monitoring what they're doing in their laptop, in the mobile phone. So always it should be safer zone. You can control, monitor your children, particularly the young children. They affect a lot if you give the mobile phone. So be cautious, and you can just monitor which are the platform they're exploring, in what way they are using. Kindly check the way of usage of these children. Therefore, there is a parental control. You can connect with the parental control with the mail ID, and then you can watch. And we can keep it this kind of focus mode. Even we can keep some kind of dashboard. Suppose you like to fix the time for each minute, I can use for the 5 minutes per day. Twitter only for the 6 minutes. Like this, you can fix the time. Automatically, once the time is reached above that, automatically the particular tool it may hide it from your display. So like this, we can easily to control your the screen time. So because as part of the digital quotient, we should know how to effectively use the tool, how to effectively use the control of our screen timing. So both is important. So the way of using is the one more, and the way of effectively using the other things. Because now the children are using, but they're not using effectively. That is the biggest problem for them. We have to monitor as a parent. Then we have to control this kind of mobile phone application. It's a default. Every mobile phone is there, but I don't know how many of them ever appear. That's why I'm showing this one. Kindly explore the tool which is available in the mobile phone. That's called digital well-being. From this, you can control, you can monitor your screen timing. Finally, you can monitor your children's screen timing also. So that's what I use the word digital quotient. In the 21st century, we have the three Qs. So I'm wherever I'm going, I'm emphasizing this point. So the three Qs is important: IQ, EQ, and DQ. IQ represents intelligent questions. EQ is an emotion question. So only we have the lack on in the case of the visual questions. So the visual question represent how to select the appropriate tool for your teaching learning process, and parallelly how to control the screen timing. So everything is called as a quotient. So wherever you need, you can use it. Wherever it's not needed, don't use it. So always you can use the technology as a salt, because when the food is to be tasted, you can use the appropriate salt only. If you are using less salt, so less salt, the food not having taste. If you are using more salt, also you cannot use the food. Therefore, when the food is very tasty, in the sense when you adding the appropriate level of salt, then only we can perceive the taste of the food. Similar manner, kindly use the appropriate technologies integration into a classroom practice. That should be helping, and the only things, kindly make the students to be involved in the online classes. Otherwise, the students may feel boring. Even see when I start classes, nearly 70 people, now the 67 people only is there. Okay, because some people they may feel boring. That's why they discontinue. They leave the screens and all. So this may happen to everywhere. So, but even though we should be concentrate, those are even the 10 people are there, kindly entertain them, because the classroom is like entertainment. Therefore, we can think about the education plus entertainment. We can make it with the classrooms like this. So education plus entertainment. What is the term I'm going to focus? Anyone can tell what is made by education plus entertainment? So anyone can, that final question? Yes, exactly. That's called edutainment. So our teaching, the way of delivering the lecture, somewhat entertain the students. But our main focus on education only. But the education it can give us the entertainment, entertainment mode. Then only it should be fine. Otherwise, the students may feel boring to sit, but in the online. So thanks to this much of people, I strongly thanks to the Google and Pixar page and SlideShare website and mobile apps creators, reference software, Google, even Microsoft, all these particularly my teachers those were supporting me to reach this level. Thanks to my students, thanks to my colleagues of Mr. Kela. And since thanks to the principals, sir, then the faculty members of Parthiban to connect with this program. And thanks to the entire organizing committee members, by special thanks to the students, those who are involved to part of this organizing event. And thanks to all the participants for your active participations. Thank you all. If you have any queries, can you ask me now? If you know, I will give the answer.
Thank you very much for your wonderful words, sir. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you are constantly thinking about what you have done and how you could be doing it better. It's the time for sharing a feedback.
So one minute. Actually, when students take up assessments, is there a way to stop them from opening other Chrome browser or any other tabs?
Yes, ma'am. So there is some of the paid software, but I'm going to recommend one free software that's called Papershala. Please kindly explore this tool, Papershala. This is a free software now, free tool. It's a free online tool now. There is a two modality they provide. Even we can, when you consider the questions, no, it's asking some kind of proctored examination settings. One is called opening the camera. You can enable the opening the camera features. Then second one, it asking that how many browsers they can open parallel. If you are fixing this on only one tab or only one or two, so it means that the students can open only the two. If they open in more than two, automatically the paper shala screen may be closed. So from this, we can easy to monitor. So the tool you can use is a paper shala. Any other question, ma'am?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. The session
Sir,
is so
sir, excuse me, sir. Sir, what are the main concept of designing at AR that different from media design, sir?
Madam, AR, I already
Sir,
mentioned the media integration, media yes, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. So kindly ask the same question once again, ma'am. Please kindly ask the same question. Tavashia, ma'am.
sir. What are the main concept of designing at AR that different from media design, sir?
Madam, the media integration, even the PowerPoint, I'm using the media for adding the images, adding the video, adding the audio sounds. Everything's called media integration in the PowerPoint presentation. That's called multimedia presentation.
Okay,
But in the augmented
okay.
reality, we need here two layers is needed. One is called virtual layer, other one is called physical layer. Physical layer is my the things which you are seeing in your hand eyesight. No, so for example, I'm seeing the table in my eyesight. I'm able to touch. That is called physical layer. In above my table, if I generate some animal, suppose there is an elephant in front of the table, but that animal you can see from your eyesight, but you cannot touch the things. So that is called artificial layer. Otherwise, it may cause a digital information. Here, there is a two interaction may happen. In my table, the physical table, I am adding the some virtual layer. For developing this kind of augmented reality, we need some kind of coding. Without the coding, we cannot prepare it because we are, as a teacher fraternity, we are only using the application. So no one can come forward to prepare the this kind of augmented reality because we need a coding. We need to type the coding. We need to aware of how to design the coding and all. Otherwise, it's not we're not able to do. Therefore, what you have to do, if you like to prepare any kind of augmented reality application, you can you can collaborate some kind of technology experts, particularly for designing the code. You can do together some kind of work. Then it will be fine. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So one more question. In case we want to do some paper evaluation like homework or a test paper evaluation, is there a AI software to do it? We give the answer key wherein it corrects the answer by the students.
No, madam. So now the way is the starting stage because the education 4.0 is a novel area in the case of the Indian context. In some foreign countries, they already reached the education 5.0. And all. They are using some kind of artificial intelligence based evaluation process. But in the Indian context, it is there, but it's only the paid versions are available. Even lot of people, even if you go and find the Delhi and all, you can find the plenty of software people those are working in this area, but all the tools are a paid one, not in a free tool. So if I found any free tool related to how to evaluate
Okay, fine. Even
with
if
the
it is,
machines itself, I can recommend that.
yeah,
Now
even
there
if
is
it
no
is
free tool.
paid one, it's okay. It's okay because
Yeah,
one.
the paid one also now that's why the people are preparing the tool in a different names. Okay, so once I know the names, I will share you. Still now I didn't have that kind of tools in the Indian
Sure.
context.
Fine.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your wonderful feedback, friends. Thank you is the best prayer that anyone could say. Thank you express extreme gratitude, humility, and understanding. Now, I call upon Miss Reena to vote of thanks.
Thank you, Gayatri. Nothing new can come into your life unless you are grateful for what you already have. Good morning to one and all gathered here. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Thank God for blessing us with this brand new day. Let this gracious love of glory travel around us. First and foremost, I would like to thank our founder chairman, Lion Dr. K.S. Rangasamy MJF, and vice chairman, Mr. R. Srinivasan, KSR Educational Institutions, for their perfect logistic support that they have given. I extend my heartfelt thanks to Director Mrs. A. Amuda Asaitambi and our respected principal, Dr. P. Suresh Prabhu, KSR College of Education.